Welcome to the Sam and Billie Show, brought to you by Crowd Network. You know, I actually haven't seen you since we went to Moldova.
That's really bad, I know.
When did you
really
go to
bad.
Moldova?
In November last year. Not actually seen her.
But we do speak every week.
Also, you moved across the frigging country.
So have you. You've moved to a
And
castle
oh my God,
somewhere.
Billie, you're pregnant too.
I am indeed. Ma'am, do you want to do the intro? Yeah, I feel like Louisa needs a good intro. So guys, we've got a very special guest today on the Sam and Billie Show. We've been trying to get her on for weeks. Actually, Mum, she's so busy. She's, so in demand. It's Luisa Zissman.
Hello.
Hello. I was about to say, she's the podcast queen. She is. She's podcast queen. She was a finalist on The Apprentice. What else can we say? You was a finalist in Big Brother. Big Brother. Yeah.
And a friend, mainly.
And a good friend. And a great auctioneer. She's a great auctioneer.
I've got a really bad double chin on this video and you two look so gorgeous. And I'm just here...
No, you look lovely, don't worry. We've only made the effort because it's been 8 weeks.
Yeah, I don't usually glam up as
Did
much.
you have a little break for the baby?
Well, no, the break was meant to be a couple of weeks, and here we are 2 months later. Honestly, the transition from 2 to 3 has been intense.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, she did warn me.
Louisa's like, no sympathy here.
No sympathy. I always tell everyone that's got 2. Like both of you. You've both had 1 of each, and now look at you both. You're about to have 3, and it's really hard having 3.
Do you know what's really funny, Louisa? When I see you last at the charity event, we was in the lift, and you went to me, "Oh, don't have a 3rd." You was like, "It's such hard work. Why would you do that? You've got 1 of each. You're happy. Don't do it."
She used to say to me.
Why did you do it, Billie? Could have saved us. I mean, it was too late for Sam.
Here we are. Mothers, soon to be a mother of 3, me. You two need to give me some tips.
No tips, just adoption. No, that's a really bad joke. I've actually haven't seen Sam since November when we went to Moldova, and I'm a really bad friend. I've cancelled like twice on seeing you. I'm so sorry. And I have got your present in my kitchen. It's like a big box in my kitchen. I'm going to post it.
It's in the big box.
I'm going to post it. It's actually
Just
really
post
nice.
it. I'm not
going to
see you
send
for
it.
ages. You're too busy at the house as well. I mean, you're building.
I know.
a home,
No, I'm
and you
moving at the end of this month, and then
excited.
You're moving into your new house.
yes, finally.
Finally.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So
You've been so busy with that. You've been touring. Look, I'm not precious to things like that. It's fine. You'll see him when you see him. He's not going to remember you at this stage, so don't worry.
now, and also, I don't really like newborn babies.
No, she's so weird. Like me and Louisa couldn't be any more different from how we parent from like the early stages. Remember, because obviously Rosie and Clemmy are like how many days apart? Like
6.
Yeah, they're so close. And obviously I lived in Hertfordshire when I had Rosie, didn't I? So we was together like nearly every day of the babies. And she was just like, she's just not into the newborn stage. I love the newborn stage.
God, it's so hard. You've been looking a bit tired, to be fair. Actually, my old nanny, she messaged me. She's like sent me a screenshot of something you put up, and she was like, "Please let Sam know I'm here if she needs any tips on how to put him down." And I just replied and put, "I'm not even going to tell her that you've offered because she won't take any of your advice anyway." I didn't even tell you.
It's so true, isn't it?
That baby's in the bed, on the boob, cuddles.
Oh,
She hates it. Look.
Louisa.
I can't think of anything better than laying in bed with your little newborn baby, suckling away. She hates it. Every time I say that, she hates it.
it's the horriblest word. Suckle.
Suckling.
Suckle and moist are like 2 bad words.
That you're right,
Moist.
actually. Moisty, that's not a good word.
Moisty.
Let's take it back to Big Brother. Big Brother memories.
Big Brother, where we wasn't even friends in Big Brother.
Sam didn't like me in Big Brother. I think she thought I was too much.
No, that there is truth to that. But you know what it was? I was obviously really ill, wasn't I? I got unwell.
No, you
And
were really ill.
I was so ill, and like obviously Louise is there. She'd lived it with me, but everyone was drinking and having such a fun party time in there. We had a really good year, didn't we? And everyone was sort of up for it. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
And obviously I couldn't get into the swing of it because I couldn't even, the thought of drinking a drop of alcohol after a few days when I got unwell, and she was just going ballistic in there. Like, she went nuts.
Oh,
Do you know
so
what's
good.
That was one of the best, if not the best, Big Brother, the one that you two are in.
Yeah, it was
A
really
lot of
good.
people say, I think we just had scandal,
Scandal,
sickness,
Love triangle.
sex. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like everything.
everything.
Arguments.
It was so
And that's the thing.
good.
And then it got to that. So we obviously lived all that together. Remember they extended the show? They was like, it's doing so well, we're going to extend it. Do you remember they?
Yeah,
put us
we
all
got
in this design?
paid like loads
Paid
more. It was
extra.
amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, I will stay for that paycheck, baby.
Yes, we all did, didn't we? And then it was the final 5, or whatever it was, and that's when we started becoming friends.
Yeah.
It was like the last bit. Do you remember?
When there
Right
was
at the-
nobody else left
There
for
was no
Sam
one
to
left.
talk to, she turned to me. I was like,
could
you're all
talk.
right
You
then.
must have thought, oh, she's boring. And then everyone left. You thought, I'll give her a chat.
I was like, oh, she said nothing this whole time. Best talk to her. And then we really hit it off.
We did, and then you were literally I mean, a couple of people you do keep in contact with, like a little bit, but that was it. I mean, the rest is history, and we just became really good friends since Big Brother, really.
Yeah.
And obviously, then the kids are similar ages, like Indy and Paul are similar ages, Clemmy and Rosie.
My kids miss your kids so much.
I know, and when obviously I lived in
Bad.
Hertfordshire, Billie, I
Because
was
you
literally
two
2
were like
minutes.
neighbours at one point, wasn't
Yeah,
you?
we're half a mile apart.
Yeah, and I lived there for 3 years, so. At that point of the kids' life, they were together at least once or twice a week. They'd see
Yeah.
each other, wouldn't they?
All the time. And
I
now,
know.
even Indy the other day, she found a little gold lion that's baby Paul's. And she was like, this is baby Paul's. I need to give it to him. She's so aggressive. I was like, chill out. We will.
Where she
See
gets
them
that
in the
from?
Yeah, me. Definitely me. She is me. I was like, we'll see them in the summer holidays. You've got to come and stay. I need to come down to you. No, you've got a baby.
but we would equally will come to you as well. See the new house. Oh, you haven't even seen my new house. Yeah, we need to sort it out. I mean, obviously, Louisa's got 3 girls for you that don't know. Would you ever have another child? Would you ever have a boy? Would you like a boy? I know the
No.
answer to this.
Definitely not. I honestly couldn't think of anything worse than having a baby at this point in my life. Like, my kids are so easy now. I mean, you two,
So true.
to me, you're both absolutely bonkers. Like, you're out of nappies, your kids are independent, you can sit down
So
on a
true.
sofa and still finish a warm cup of tea. Like, that's the stage we're all at. And then Sam's gone and had another one. You're up the duff again. Honestly, it's my worst nightmare. I mean, I'm happy for friends. I've had a lot of friends recently popping out babies, but Jesus, I am so happy that's not me. I'm not broody. I'm the worst friend as well. I really don't have a lot of interest in seeing any babies either.
At least you're
At least
honest.
you're honest about it.
Bad. But yeah, oh no, it's not for me. And I never wanted a boy, ever.
No.
I love
No,
my
you didn't,
girls.
did you?
How comes, Louisa? How comes no to boys?
I don't know if it's because I had quite a bad relationship with my brother, if we want to go down a therapy route here.
Right.
But ultimately, I just prefer little girls. And
Yeah.
I just think that I can take them horse riding. And, you know, girls, they like... Mine sat at the kitchen table the other day and they just sat there sewing. And it was just so nice. And when you've got little boys, they're just like, rah! You know, Arthur's quite rowdy. Baby
Yeah.
Paul's not as
Baby
rowdy
Paul's
as,
not
as
as
I was
Arthur.
going to say, you always loved Paul.
Yeah.
Like, every time he'd come around, you actually had a soft spot
yeah.
for Paul.
Yeah, I've got a real soft spot for Paul, but he's very, he's quite, but your Paul's quite gentle, Sam. Not that
Yeah.
Greg's not Billy, but Big Paul is quite gentle and sensitive, and Baby Paul's like
Yeah,
that, where it's
he
quite
is, yeah.
unusual.
Yeah,
Most
it
little
is.
boys are very rough and ready and tearing. I just can't deal with that. I'm just like, no.
I wondered like what Ed was going to be like because I've had that side of little Paul. And
Yeah.
obviously, Rosie's quite sassy. She's a little girl. I mean, she's very caring and kind, but she's also got that like
Sass.
sting, sass about her. Whereas I think, what's
Yeah,
Ed gonna be like?
personalities.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, he
kind of,
might
like,
be a
wonder.
nightmare.
He might
You were
be
very
like
lucky.
Arthur.
No, you're
just
so
don't
lucky.
know.
Yeah. You're so lucky with Baby Paul.
Yeah.
Because I won't know
you
what to
are.
do because
You
I've not
really
dealt
were.
with that. I won't know how to react or I don't know. What will it'll be new to me. New parenting. I don't know. Oh,
Who
God.
knows? Who knows?
Too late now.
Too late now. It is too late. You're so right. But what else have you been up to, Louisa? So obviously you're
have I been
decorating.
Tell us about your
You've
tour.
been doing your tour. Yeah.
Oh, I'm on tour. Oh my God, it's so fun, but very exhausting.
So is it like, are you doing it kind of like consecutive dates, like after nights?
No. No, because when we first planned our tour, it was 2019, and we planned it. And our podcast, we only started our podcast in 2018, so we had a much smaller listenership then. And so we planned this tour, and then for 2020, and then obviously COVID came, and then we did 2021, and COVID was there again. So we kind of did the same tour, but slightly bigger this year. And what we did is a proper nationwide tour, like from Scotland to Southampton to Cardiff. We're going to Dublin on Friday. So we literally were in Bristol last week. So we've kind of been everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think in hindsight, and it sold out really quickly. Like it sold out within
That's
like
amazing.
hours.
Yeah, amazing.
Did I tell you, Billie? Mum was like, I can't get tickets.
I know.
For Louisa's
I
tour.
can't, and people keep asking, like friends, and I'm like, I actually can't get you in. We've had our first London date. We had just people turn up. We didn't even have enough seats. It was carnage. It's like someone described our tour as a cross between a riot and a Hindu, which I love.
That's
such a
brilliant.
good description.
That's really good.
So yeah, we've been really busy doing that, Anna and I, and then we've actually, our last one for summer is Dublin, and then we break up for summer, and then we kick off again in September. We're doing 1 or 2 a week in September.
Oh, God, amazing.
Because it's been so popular. We're doing the London Palladium.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I'm really happy.
Can I really want to come to that. I need to buy a ticket.
I can't get you in, I'm sorry.
You have to. I know, I want to buy a ticket. I'll buy a ticket, but you can't even get the tickets.
Oh, we
No,
have
you can't.
to
It's
come
not gone
to
on
that.
sale yet. It's going on
you
sale.
need to reserve
this
like
week.
30 tickets then for your mates to buy.
No, do you know what? This sounds really mean, but because we have so many people asking, we have a blanket agreement with our whole crew that we don't give any tickets away to anyone.
Yeah.
So even like my friends, like you guys, we don't give tickets. You guys, I can get in because you're celebs.
No, but you could just send them
come
the
and
link.
give us good press. So no, what we are doing is we're just sending the link to our friends half an hour before they go on public sale.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's amazing. It's the London Palladium.
Yeah.
So I bet you were just so excited. I bet you couldn't believe it. Was it just like, I can't believe we're doing this?
Yeah, it's nuts.
So how many people will come to see that?
The Palladium's
out?
2,500. Yeah.
And what are you used to? What do you normally?
It should sell out. Fingers crossed. We do. I mean, it's sort of it's like a podcast, but a bit more. So it's
do you
rowdy.
drink and stuff?
Yeah, we play drinking games.
Oh my God, amazing.
There's a lot that goes on. It's much more than just sitting and us talking, you know.
I bet things change throughout the night as well. Like I bet.
Yeah, we're quite reactionary to the audience and
good,
stuff. It's really good fun. It's really good fun.
Oh, that's amazing! Congratulations.
Yeah,
girls.
congrats.
You deserve it. You are like the original podcasters.
I wouldn't say I think we were one of the first female duos, but weirdly our podcast sits quite high up in the comedy section. I don't know why.
Well, it's funny. I listen to your podcast. I know you don't listen
to
to
you.
ours,
I'm so bad. I don't listen to anyone's. I don't even listen to my own. Do you listen back to your own?
No.
Yeah, I do actually.
I don't. People come up to me and they're like, it's so funny.
You're a few years in, I guess, as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I used to when we first did it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm still I sort of listen to it. Billie doesn't. Billie hardly ever reads the scripts. It's so funny, and she's setting up. She's not got very good with technology or anything.
No, it's like a comedy. It's like a comedy sketch. I mean, trying to get my shit together and get everything going.
Get on. And you're doing it remotely now because you were doing it together.
Yeah, in a studio. Just works better, doesn't it, this way, I think, with schedules and timing. We was having to travel into London, and as much as it was lovely to see each other, it was just taking up whole days, wasn't it?
It was that whole day, of
travelling.
We do ours remotely. Sometimes we do it together, but when COVID happened, we were like, oh, we can do this remotely, and actually it doesn't affect the podcast. Or I was always worried that without being in person, it would be a bit like eggy, but it's not
I
at
know.
all.
I know exactly what you mean. Do you know what? Sorry, I just had a flashback and it made me laugh, Billy, because I know you're pregnant as well. Louisa, this is just out of nowhere. Do you remember when me and you was really pregnant with Rosie and Clemmy, and we went into London? I think we went to the Ned.
Oh yeah,
You're going to remember
I
this.
know what you're gonna say.
We was literally both waddling along. This is how pregnant we was. We went to meet our friend at the Ned for something to eat, and we were walking along the street. Why was we walking along the street? Did we park and then thought we'd walk? Or
We'd driven. Who drove? One of us drove, and
I
then
think
we
it might have been
couldn't
me.
park. We couldn't park near them. We were like little ducklings. Like,
So it was like we had to park and then walk to try and get to the Ned. Anyway, Louisa was like, "Fuck this! I'm not walking." How down police? This big meat wagon was driving past us. She held them down. But honestly, I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it now!" Anyway, next minute, me and her are in the meat wagon, getting dropped off outside.
No,
What?
They put us in the prison bit in
We
the
was
back.
in the prison bit, like we'd been nicked, like in the back of the thing in the cages.
Imagine if you got packed, the pair of you.
This is what I said. I was like, could you imagine getting out of the net? Pregnant?
Sorry, let's go back. So
We
what
were
did
like
you
in
say?
the cell.
What did you say when they
Oh,
pulled
yeah.
over?
She was just like, we really, really need a lift to the net. It's just around the corner. We're so pregnant. Please,
Yeah.
can you help us?
They were so
Please."
willing to help.
They were
They
really
serve-
willing.
They serve the people, don't they? They weren't doing anything else. So we got in the back. They shut the little cell doors because it's the only way to shut the back. We were in the little prison cells at the back of the van.
That is so funny.
Oh,
It's typical
we did
Louisa.
get dodgy.
Things are probably getting a bit boring where she's so pregnant. She probably thought, I need to spice this up. Come on, what
Yeah.
can I do? Let's make this fun.
Louisa, did you have you had normal natural labours, didn't you, of yours?
Yeah, my biggest regret. Do you know what I should have done? Is just had 3 C-sections, and I tell
What,
everybody
really?
that now.
No, you
Yeah,
don't
because
regret that.
I loved giving birth. Right, I found giving birth like pleasurable almost. I would say, especially with Dixie.
Gosh.
Indy was easy. She flew out, and Clemmy was a bit harder. They say that your third one goes either way. They either come really fast or it takes a while. Clemmy did take a while, but I still had her naturally with an epidural. And now that I piss myself all the time, I just wish I would have had them out the sunroof. It's my biggest regret.
But just think, right, you haven't got like, because you've had the natural as well, the recovery time would be, I think, longer, wouldn't it, with a C-section?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think it goes. I've had friends that have had C-sections and they're driving after a week, and I've had other friends that have had C-sections
Just
and they're still not driving
depends.
after 6 or 8
I
weeks.
wonder if, your recovery is different for
Your
each
body,
person.
how
And
it
also if
heals.
it's, whether it's
I think when it's
emergency or not.
planned, yeah, I
Yeah.
think when it's planned, it's much better. It depends on the doctor. It depends on you as a person, how fit you are, your mindset as well. But yes, I wish I would have had C-sections. I tell everyone now, just get
Do
a
you
C-section.
say that because of your bladder?
Yeah, it's bad.
What's wrong with
And
your
I
bladder?
need to have. Oh, I just pee myself so badly.
Can you have that operation?
She has, didn't you?
I had one procedure.
Yeah.
And it worked for a bit, but now it doesn't work. And now they're saying I have to go like properly under the knife, and the cut that they have to do is bigger than a C-section cut. So I should have just had a bloody C-section.
Oh my God.
And you can have all these complications.
Why do you think that's happened to you? Because
I think I had 2 really close together,
You didn't
like
do your
13
pelvic
months
floors,
apart.
did you?
and I just think it was more than that. I think Indy flew out. Then Clemmy, I got pregnant when Indy was 4.5 months old, 5 months old, and
Oh, so
I just had them so close. My body didn't recover, and then Clemmy's birth was quite. Like, I don't think it was traumatic, but it was long and drawn out, and there was a few things that they had to do, and I don't know, and probably just me as a person. I don't know, because I'm quite fit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of those things, but it's really annoying because I'm so much fun. And when I get drunk and dance, all I do is
Yeah.
pee on the dance floor. It's devastating, girls.
So when you had that surgery, that didn't work?
It worked for about three months.
No. What did
But
you
it
say
was
to
like-
the doctor?
I actually haven't even been back because I was like, oh, you didn't fix me. I'm going to LA in October, actually. You've reminded me. And there's a doctor there that someone recommended to me. So I think I'm going to go
Yeah.
and see him when I'm in LA.
Sew up that bladder and... stop those
Remember when
pissy
we went to
pants.
LA, Sam? Oh, that
I
was so
know.
good.
Remember
We
when
look
you
really
two
good
done
as
the
well.
you done a campaign together? I think you was in yellow bikinis.
That was in LA.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
That was that pre-kids? Did you have Dixie then?
She had Dixie.
Yeah, I've always had Dixie.
Yeah.
She's been around forever.
She's been around
that
for
one.
years. How old is Dixie now, Louisa?
She's 12 now. She was 12 last week.
And how old are your other two?
Indy's nearly 6 and Clemmy will be 5 in November.
Oh, so I'm gonna have a similar age gap to you because Nellie's gonna be 8 when the baby's here.
Yeah, so Dixie was 6 when Indy was born and 7 when Clemmy was born.
Oh.
I mean, you've been having kids forever, 8 years. Why have you done that? Why did you? What did you just really want another one?
I think it was something that was always in my head, and I thought,
yeah, you've always said.
Yeah, and I think where I've been thinking about it the last couple of years, I just thought if I don't do it now, it's going to be too late. So I just thought it's now or never.
Yeah.
I didn't want another year to pass and me to carry on wondering, you know. So I just thought, you know what,
do it.
And actually, yeah, I'm you know, obviously I'm really happy and excited, and Nellie's so excited, bless her. She's
Oh, she'll be good. She's like mini mummy.
Yeah.
And what will you find out what you're having, or is
no,
it
I'm
going to
have a surprise.
Oh, same as Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, I just couldn't do that. Do you have a
I
preference?
had this instinct though
mind.
the whole time. I had an instinct that I was having a boy.
Everyone thinks I'm having a girl, but I had a dream the other night that I had a boy. Not that means
Oh, Mum's
much, but-
told me your boy name, maybe.
What?
Oh, say it.
Begins with an
Say
E.
it on this podcast.
No.
It's not Edward. Oh, she's only got. Oh,
Eric.
Eric.
Same
Eric.
as Simon Cowell.
No, I haven't
no.
got any confirmed names.
Because the one she told me, I wasn't sure.
No, I haven't got any.
you can't do that, Sam. You can't.
No, that was a
ruin
name that
someone's
Mum
baby name.
likes. Mum likes the name.
So shall I say
Well, you
it?
might as well
Say
say
it,
it if you're
'cause
not
they
going
can
to
cut
use
it
it.
out. Yeah.
Ernest.
Oh no, you.
Have I spelled that wrong? Is it an E or I don't know?
It's
Ernie.
definitely an E.
Mum really likes the name Ernie. I was like, oh, that's cute.
But do you know, Mum told me, right? And I thought,
No.
no, this is my first reaction because I thought I don't want to be too nasty in case you really like that name. I went, oh, I'm really surprised.
Oh, that's even worse than saying I hate it.
You're too nice, Sam.
I'm really
No, that's-
surprised. No.
I mean, I know a dog called that.
Yeah, no. Mum was going through the other day names, and Nelly had a list up, and Mum really liked the name.
Mum.
Yeah, Mum. Not.
You go for quite traditional names,
Yeah.
both of you actually.
Yeah, because Nellie and Arthur are really old names, actually, when you think
Yeah,
about it.
I
They're
quite
old,
like. I think you should go for Nancy or Alfie for the next one, Billy.
Oh, that's cute.
Quite a lot of
They're
Alfies.
nice
I do like
names.
Nancy.
Nancy and Nellie and Arthur, such cute names.
Nancy's
I love
cute.
Nancy. I really like
Yeah.
Nancy. I think it's such a nice name. And I know this really cute little girl called Nancy. It always helps when you know someone.
it does. When you know.
What
a
if
kid.
Greg wants to call it Greg?
Greg, baby Greg.
I said that to Mum. I said, what about Gregory?
Do you know
No.
what's really funny? What Nelly said.
Babe
Nelly went,
Greg.
"What about Davide?"
Love Island.
Yeah, what about Davide? And it's funny because obviously my dad's Dave.
That's quite funny 'cause
and-
Dad's called
And
yeah.
Greg's dad's Dave, one of his dads. called-
Oh, you could.
Maybe you should call him Daviday.
Oh no, leave
Davide.
baby David. No, come
Oh,
on.
it's very Christian, baby
Christian.
David, isn't it?
Baby David.
Gaynor would be happy. that you're
Be
not my
happy.
daughter-in-law.
Another biblical name.
Yeah.
No.
Hey guys, so it's that time to hear from one of our sponsors.
Mamph, have you heard of Athletic Greens?
Yes, everyone is always talking about it at the moment. It's a daily nutrition supplement, isn't it?
Yes, so I've loved taking AG1. It's been so easy. You just get up in the morning, have one scoop in a glass of water, and it gives me all the important vitamins and minerals I need. I have better energy, better gut health, and it actually tastes really nice.
That's so good. And you know what I love about this? You don't have to faff and take loads of different supplements. You can just do it all in one go.
AG1 is a small habit that you can do every single day and take great care of yourself. It even supports better sleep quality and recovery.
sleep quality, that's what I need right now. Yeah, I was actually reading the reviews myself, and Athletic Greens has over 7,000 5-star reviews. Like, that's incredible.
That is amazing. So we have a treat for you all. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Sam and Billie.
And again, that is athleticgreens.com/Sam and Billie to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
And don't forget, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, always get advice from a doctor or medical professional before taking any supplement. So, girls, loads of our listeners are really interested to learn more about Moldova and the charity. So, what's coming up? What's next?
Honestly, Moldova is my most watched and interactive video I think I've ever posted when we was in Moldova in November. Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's a really... it's firstly, thank you, Sam, for being involved and wanting to be involved. It's a hard... I don't want to say slog because that sounds bad, but it's really hard to have that weight and responsibility of so many like vulnerable children and young adults kind of on your shoulders and constantly thinking of what you can do next to fundraise. And without Sam, in all honesty, the charity wouldn't exist, quite frankly, because we were at a really bad place with fundraising, and Sam came first in 2019, and it just gave us such a huge boost. And the board of the charity had always been really funny about any kind of celebrity involvement. It's why I never spoke about my involvement. I always hosted their charity lunches, but it was never a glitzy kind of celeb event. It was more of a corporate thing. And then when I said about taking Sam, there was a lot of umming and ahhing. And I think it kind of blew everyone out of the water, the support that we had and the massive cash injection basically that the charity got.
Yeah, that was incredible, wasn't it?
It was amazing, and just so I honestly thought, well, you know, people just watch stuff and then they don't donate. They just watch, and everybody has good intentions, but we all have priorities, and your first and foremost priority in life is always going to be yourself and your family. And when cash is tight for people, charity is the last thing on anyone's list, you know. So I was blown away with the support that we had and the interest that we had and the generosity that people showed.
I think that the best decision ever made was obviously us physically, I know you've been before anyway, but was actually physically going there, because you could have got me to one of the events, like you said, we could have done something like that, but I remember saying to you, I really want to be there on the ground, because I feel like people that watched our videos and were kind of on that journey with us when we was out there, they really felt it was like meaningful. And like, I remember Billie, even you was messaging me like the first time I went as well as the second, but I remember the first time you was like, I can't stop crying, because you was like, I feel like I'm there
with you. That's the thing, I think, being there and watching, and it's almost like, it's such a heavy feeling. Obviously I can't imagine what it was like and what it is like when you both go there, but I think whenever like something like that and you feel like so emotional about it, it's so heavy, isn't it? And when you were posting all those stories and when you were there, it's like,
Louisa, what was I like? I couldn't stop crying.
You want, but it's like I felt like I was there with you.
Like, that's the great thing about Instagram, is that you can really, you know, Instagram allows people to have access to so many other people, and it really does, like, you can really take people on that journey with you, and that was really powerful. And it's hard, you know, to find 3 days out of like your diary to block that out. And so to actually, for someone, you know, I've had a lot of people say over the years, oh, I'm going to come, I'm going to do this and blah, blah, blah. But to actually put your money where your mouth is and come was incredible, Sam, because it really did save the charity. And then, you know, when we then went back, again, we could see the improvements. Which was amazing.
See where the money had been spent that we'd raised before.
And then I went back in March, and then it had gone bad again. I was like,
I was going to say it was bad when we went, I think, because of COVID and stuff. Like, it just felt like it's really sad,
It's
wasn't
sad.
it? Because
Yeah,
the
it's
nannies
very-
and everything that
yeah.
couldn't get in and out. But yeah, I mean, we have probably, well, I mean, Louisa's not really spoken too much about it because we've had the baby and stuff, but what are our plans moving forward? Like,
I'm gonna rope you in going again.
yeah, we need to get back out there, don't we? They're so
We can't.
lovely.
We
like
can't
the
take
older
Edward
girls.
though. You
No,
can't
we
be
can't take
breastfeeding.
Edward, no
It's just not
way.
practical. You
Not
can't
taking
come.
Edward.
What about when? Shall we tell the story about your eye?
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Like on
yeah.
the first time I went to Moldova. Obviously, I'd heard all about it. I know Louise had been going every year for many years, and it was the right time for me to go anyway. She was like, "Look, it's your first time. You're going to find this tough. It's really shocking to see everything, and it's really like you're saying, like it's heavy." And I remember I would literally from the minute I got there, I was like I couldn't stop crying, could I? She was like,
bad.
in the end, she was like, "Oh,
I
she's
used to
fucking
take the
crying again."
piss. I was like, she's crying again.
Yeah, but we had to. But then at the end of each day of being in the orphanages and stuff, like we had like a debrief, had some dinner, had a glass of wine, and we had to laugh at certain things because it is so sad. But we was laughing obviously
Yeah.
amongst ourselves. But something happened to me one day when we was at the orphanage that in that night
I
we
remember
was
this
all
story.
crying
We
with laughter.
literally, I think
because-
about this and I just cry with laughter.
So we went into one of the rooms and like some of the older girls were doing like activities. They were like dancing or something, wasn't they?
Yeah.
Like a lot of them have got disabilities, and well, most of them have actually. Anyway, so we've gone into this room. We've walked in. Louisa's walked in dancing. So I was like, "Oh, right, okay." Like walking in, we was all like, "Woo!" And they were all really friendly and really happy. Anyway, one of the girls has come like running at me, and she had like two fingers like this, and she just poked me straight in the eye. But honestly,
It's quite
went-
random.
Oh my God.
no. But it
Because
was
the thing is, they're really excitable because they're
Yeah.
all disabled, whether that's mentally or physically. And when it is your first time, I did say to Sam, they will jump on you, they will pull at you. You know, some of them might hit you sometimes, and some of them will cling onto you and hug you. And this one was
in
just
my
so
case,
excited.
take your eye out.
She just Sam's
Literally.
eye literally went like popped. It was
It literally popped. But anyway, so it happened, and I instantly, because the feeling was, I've never felt anything like it. I instantly like went down like that. Now I'm actually scared. I'm thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? Because I didn't want to take my hand away. I thought I'd lost my eye. It felt so weird.
Oh my God.
Then I took my hand down, and I was like, she Louisa made it so much worse. She literally went. But it was like
it was like
I thought my eye.
Cyclops eye. It was
Your eyeball
violent.
was hanging out.
Oh, it was so funny.
It literally
but
swelled
scary.
up like that. But anyway, that night when we got back, we was just crying with laughter, wasn't we? She
No,
was like,
Sam ended up in the medical room,
Medical room.
which is for the kids, with one of the doctors who. So there are like doctors at the orphanage. She ended up sitting on the chair having her eye inspected by a
Oh my
doctor. Well, I
God.
was roaring. It was so funny.
crying. And then we made light of it. Like Louisa, it's very well known that she's always farting, stinking. On the way home on the aeroplane, right, I was looking out the window and I just started crying again. She was like, "Oh my," because I couldn't stop crying. All I kept thinking about was these kids. Anyway, she done. I think she done it to make me laugh. But she done the stinkiest I've never smelled because she's a veggie. It's like one of those real vegetarian farts. Honestly, it stunk. It was so bad that the lady behind us had the ump.
Oh.
She had the ump. She was like.
It's even funnier.
It was even funnier.
Oh my God, we do have. You know, it's a humbling trip, but we do have some laughs along the way. And Sam's right. If you don't laugh, you won't stop crying. You know.
Yeah. It was
And
like
last
some
time we
moments.
went, we nearly missed our plane, and then we nearly died in the car. That guy driving us.
Oh
I mean,
my
it really-
gosh. Yeah.
It really
And I was
does.
pregnant as well. Do you remember? We was in that car.
Oh yeah, nobody knew
was
that you were
like-
pregnant.
We was like taking off, like in this piano type car. He was driving so fast that we was literally we was all like belting up for our lives. Like it was
Yeah, we thought we were gonna die. It was so bad, but it was no, it's great. And then I was back there in March of this year.
Yeah.
And I popped in. I went predominantly to go. This is really depressing. You can cut this out. But predominantly to go and see refugees of Ukraine. But I popped
Yeah.
into the orphanage. But yeah.
But yeah, lots
Anyway.
to come. We'll
get back
we need
there
to
at some
work
point
on.
this year.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
hopefully. But you know, if we can't, then just even like when we do online raffles, they raise like good money. It's not the same sort of money, but it definitely
It does
help.
ties
yeah.
it over and helps. Yeah, it really does. And it doesn't need, you know, millions to run. I mean, I was at a charity event a couple of weeks ago. They need like £10 million a year to run this. It's similar to Haven House actually, but different charity. And it's just so much money. And I just think, oh my God, we have
Like,
like
where do you start?
quadruple the amount of kids in our orphanage, and literally we can run it on a shoestring. You know, like
Yeah.
150, 200 grand a year. It gets really good care for our
Yeah.
kids. So, but anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
little
great.
insight. People are really interested. They always want to know and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's nice to touch on it. So we had this part at the end of the podcast before you leave us, and it's Ask Us Anything. But today it's Ask Luisa Anything. So we put it out on our Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and we had so many questions. Oh my God, it was so funny as well. There was a couple of people and one particular girl that was like, oh, Louisa's far too brutal for this podcast.
Your nice podcast having me on it.
It's nice to have a little bit of sass in it every now and then. So anyway, so we've got Ask Us Anything. So me and Billy will just fire away, and these questions have come from our audience. So,
Okay.
Billy, do you want to go over the first one?
First question. Oh, this is a good one. Who
God.
does Louisa parent more like, Sam or Billy?
Billy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
was
you
going to
didn't-
say.
Yeah.
Without hesitation.
For many, many reasons.
Next question. What's the wildest thing you did as a teenager?
Oh God.
Where does she
Where did
begin?
start? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got arrested. I just did a lot. You know what? I just have had a lot of fun in my life, and interestingly, I don't regret anything either. Which is
Yeah,
quite a nice
good
But
thing.
you still
Yeah.
do. That's what I love about you. Like when I know we haven't seen each other in ages, but when we get together, we always do something. You've always got so much energy. You're always fun. You're always naughty. You're cheeky, and it's like, I mean, poor
Yeah.
Andrew has to deal with it all the time.
No.
Like,
God bless him.
God bless him. Yeah.
He is a
But
saint.
we do have so much fun. Like I think the last time we was really drunk together was your Gatsby party at the new house.
Oh, that was
And we
so
just,
good.
Like let our hair down. We had such a good night. But yeah, we always
Such a
have
good
fun when
party.
we're out. I mean, there's always
You guys
something.
need to come for the housewarming.
Oh,
I've made a
yeah.
little club downstairs. It's called Lulu's.
Wow.
Oh, I'm glad you called it Lulu's. Remember you was toying with the name.
That is
I called it
amazing.
Lulu's. Yeah. I think Billy will be coming over before Sam. 'Cause
Yeah.
Sam lives so far away.
To the club.
To the club.
Mind you, you're at the duff now.
I know.
But you're breastfeeding, Sam. You're both boring to me now. You're no good to me at the
Useless
moment.
Pump and
friends.
dump, don't worry.
Yes, pump and dump.
I'll pump and dump. I need to be at the Lulu opening.
I can't see you breastfeeding this one for as long as the others.
Well,
It
the
gets
other
shorter each time. Paul was
Yeah.
ages. Rosie was, yeah. This one, it'll be over for him soon.
No, do you know what I will say, and you will be proud of me? With Edward, I am going to, and I have already started expressing.
Hallelujah. Does he take a
Because-
bottle?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
I'm
Billy
proud
gave him
to
his
say
first
I
express
gave him his
bottle.
first bottle and he guzzled it down 3 ounces in
Well
less
done,
than
Billy.
10 minutes. I went, get the bottle, and Samantha at first, she was a bit hesitant. She was saying
With
at
me,
mine.
it's
Good
always
girl,
like,
Billy.
yeah.
I went, no.
But
I
no,
went, come on,
he's-
get it while you're here now. Well, let me do it because it's easier than you giving it to him. And honestly,
Yes.
he guzzled down 3 ounces
Loved it.
in less than 10 minutes, didn't he, ma'am?
Didn't hesitate with it, which is great. So I just feel like because he's still so young, which I didn't do with Paul and Rosie, they
Yeah.
never would have taken an express bottle. 'cause of
No,
the
you have to
teeth.
do it when they're young because they
Yeah.
don't then go on to the bottle. That's the whole mistake that people make with
I know,
breastfeeding.
yeah,
You
that
have
is
to
it.
introduce that bottle when they're like 2 weeks old.
And then Paul's been giving him, Big Paul's been giving him a few express ones. So I just think as long as I keep that up, it won't have to be so demanding on me all the time.
Yeah.
Like the other day this is before I was expressing off, I went to get my nails done. I've got Big Paul and Edward in the car whilst I'm getting my nails done because if he needs feeding at any
Oh, the
point, Paul's
anxiety
gotta
as
bring
well.
them It's just
it's
stressful.
too much. And also, it's different now that you have got 3, and it does change. And you can have one. Sorry, we're completely off the questions, but you can have one, and you get these mothers of one, and they're like, oh, my one baby that has my undivided attention. It's constantly on my left tit. Hello, when you've then got 3, and you're doing school runs, you're doing clubs, you're working, there is no way you can still be the Mother Earth that you once were, or that you want to be. It's just not possible.
And this is it. So like, I remember when I was thinking, and I was like, Rosie hadn't been gymnastics for 3 weeks. She loves gymnastics. She's really into it. Like, it's her favourite club. And this was the thing I was like to support. I was like, can't even take her gymnastics because of this situation. But we've started again now. And I'm like, it's just all little things like that. Like you were saying, being a parent of 3 is so different. Like,
it's
there's so
very
much
different.
more.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you'll be proud. Juggle that time. I am actually really proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Me too.
Can't believe it. And you're just mentally, you'll feel so much more present for as a mother and a wife, well, half wife. When you mention that.
Girlfriend. Okay, so next question is, how do you escape hangovers?
Oh, I only drink tequila now.
Ugh.
Yeah, you was drinking that at the charity event.
I actually
tequila and lemonade.
Do you know what happened? Sorry, I keep going on about this. No, tequila, soda water, fresh lime.
Yes.
And it has to be. The thing is, it has to be a clear tequila, like looks like water.
Don Julio.
Your mate Sam, who I love, by the way. I'm always chatting to him on Instagram. He got me absolutely rat-ass on the wrong type of tequila. And the next day, I literally had my worst motherhood moment after your event, Billie. I had to take Indy for a trial day at her new school. Because when we move house, she has to move schools. So like getting the car, I was too drunk to drive. I didn't get until like 3 a.m. I was still drunk. I said to my nanny, Lauren, I said, I'm really embarrassed, but you are actually going to have to drive because I'm still pissed. So we get in the car and she'd put Indy in her own clothes. And I said, no, the school emailed me. She has to go in her school uniform. Anyway, so we get Indy changed. We're now running late, right? We're in the car. I'm like, hot mess. We get in the car. I hadn't checked my emails because I'd been at the Haven House event and I'd got in the car at like 5 p.m. and I hadn't looked at my emails. I then look at my emails. There's an email from the school. Hi, Miss Zissman. Just to let you know, it's Red Nose Day, so the kids are coming in their own clothes. I was like, shit. No. So now I've got a ginger kid, first of all. That's like the one tick for bullying right there. I'm sending her into the new school in school uniform, on and on uniform day. I said to Lauren, I can't do it. We need to go to Tesco or Asda. You know, we need to go to a supermarket.
Stop off somewhere quick.
Get some clothes. So first supermarket we stop at, it's not big enough. There's no clothes in there, right? I'm like, shit. Anyway, we find another supermarket. I go in. Section's really limited. I had to buy pajamas for him. Right? So I come out the shop. We're now late to the school. And I'm like, oh, darling, just keep your... She had like little black school trousers on. So I put this pajama top on her. It's like got kittens on it or something. Oh, no. She's got a little white socks on with her little geeky school shoes. It was awful. So we get to school. We're late.
You're hanging.
I stink. You know, like the smell of a person as well after they've been drinking. They're like, I'm like this alcoholic rocking up into school. So I take her and come on, darling. Anyway, all the kids are in assembly, so they take Indy's hand and they just walk her straight into assembly. And obviously the new kid, all the other kids are like, gawking at her. I was mortified. It was the worst mother moment ever. The poor child. Anyway, she didn't know and she liked her day, but I sent her into school in pajamas stinking of tequila and then proceeded the whole day to make Lauren drive me. Like she was my driver.
That is hysterical.
No, it's the bit. Hangovers. I can't say I've had a bad one yet, but let's see.
That was bad. That was a bad day. But I get round them normally by milk thistle capsules and clear tequila.
Next question. So, are you really as confident as you always seem?
Yeah, I would say on the whole, I'm a pretty confident person.
I was going to chip in there and say, definitely you are. Yeah. You are a confident person.
Yeah, I just don't really get nervous. I think it comes from a place of not really giving a shit.
I think that's it. I think we should all take a leaf out of Louisa's book because she literally has does not care, do you? Most of the
Yeah,
time.
I just have this mantra that I stick by, which is, have I still got my family? Have I still got my health? And have I still got a roof over my head? And if all three of those things are yes, then everybody else is pretty insignificant to me.
So true.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good mantra to have, because as well,
There you
like, I
go.
think, you know, it's like with social media and everyone having their 2 pennies worth in, people commenting and judging everything you do. It's exhausting. It's like you can't please
be your
everyone anyway.
true
But
self.
also,
You know
not
what? No
everyone's
one's ever
gonna
gonna
love
like
you.
you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like,
That's it.
it's life, especially when you're like when you put yourself out there, like we all do on a platform where there's so many people can have opinions on us. Of course, not everyone's gonna like us.
It's like
But
us.
you know what? They're entitled to their opinions
Yeah,
as well. People are entitled to think what they want about you. And that might be that they like you and love you. They might be obsessed with you, and other people might really, really hate you. And that's fine, because do you know what? I'd rather more people didn't like me. Stops them coming to talk to me. It's much better.
Weaving out the people that don't give a shit about you. I don't care about any of them.
Yeah. Well, don't even know who you are, love.
Exactly.
Last question. Oh, this. What is Alan Sugar really like?
Oh, God. Everybody asks this. Do you know what?
Do
The
they?
honest
Do they?
truth is that you don't really spend that much time with him.
Yeah, I bet.
And pretty much what you see is my interaction with him. And he's all right. I think that he's, you know, puts on a lot for the camera, as we all do. We all ham it up sometimes, and he definitely hams it up. But yeah, I would definitely sit down and have dinner with him. But would I don't know. He's all right.
do you still watch Apprentice?
Yeah, off and on. Not really.
Has Dixie ever watched your series?
Do you know, she has a bit, but the one who loves it is Indigo. So we sat down and we watched a few episodes not that long ago. I
That's
actually
really
forgot.
cute.
You've just reminded me that I was watching it with the kids. I was watching it back, and Indy loved it. She's
brilliant.
so cute.
Because it's funny actually, because our kids like watching the Mummy. I know they're on it, but they
love
like watching
Yeah.
the
Well,
Mummy
my two
Diaries.
love watching Rosie and Paul on the Mummy Diaries. They think it's really funny.
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
watching Nelly
Yeah.
and Alpha. It's fun, isn't it?
It's but yeah, everybody asks me that, and he's basically, what you see is what he's like. So make of that what you will.
There we go for all the questions. I bet there was so many more questions. I could only imagine, can't you? Probably where our podcast isn't as wild as yours, it's probably been a bit more tame.
I don't know. You've probably got some.
When am I
crazy
going to see
listeners.
you anyway? Probably not until Christmas.
Samantha,
I
is
know,
Edward
no.
awake?
He's still asleep.
Oh.
So what,
He's
you
due
can't
feed.
I was
hold
gonna
him
say
up.
bring him
boobs are
on.
about to burst.
Oh.
Do you know what? I would. But we all know that rule. Never wake. He's literally.
No,
He's
don't
having
wake
such
him.
a good sleep. I don't want to disturb him. Otherwise, I'd bring him on. He's under the extractor fan.
Oh, stop! What, for white noise?
White noise. I have a white noise machine. I've got all these contraptions.
that.
He just likes laying flat in his pram, like in his buggy, like
Brilliant.
all night. And then he's
Yeah.
got the extractor fan on. He likes that. So
That's so good. Just do whatever you can to put him
Yeah.
down.
Whatever it
to sleep.
takes.
You can't be
it.
bothered to hold him all day. Too
honestly, my
annoying.
back, my arms, going round and round the kitchen block. Sometimes I'm like, I just go to Paul. I can't do this now. I've done this for like an hour and a half. It's your turn.
Oh, you're a crazy. Do you know what I would do? I'd
What
put
would
him
you
in his
do?
pram. I'd push him outside, and I'd let him cry.
I do
He
that
goes to
outside
sleep
as
for
well.
5
Yeah,
minutes.
I can't really. I think
Go
he's too young
in,
to leave
do
him
the
to
washing
cry.
up. Go in, do the washing up, and by the time you finish the washing up, that baby will be fast asleep and so happy.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do walk him outside, but I don't know if he's too little to leave yet when he's crying.
No, I'd leave him. It's fine. A baby never died from crying.
That's so true.
All of your like really, what's it called, that parenting style when you like are really into your kids? Attachment parents
attachment.
listening. You'll have complaints. It's fine. They'll all be up in arms.
Well,
But no, I will see you. I'm going on holiday on Saturday. So once I'm back, I'm then back. I move, and then I'm here for summer.
Same. We going away Sunday just for like 8 nights, and then when I'm back, we're here all summer. So let's get some
Oh yeah,
dates
let's
in
get
for
together.
kids, yeah.
When are you due, Billie? This year or
Yeah,
next year?
this year. I'm really glad the baby's due this side of Christmas. I feel like it makes it feel not as long like next year.
Yeah.
Like, it makes it feel
It's too long.
yeah.
Do you know what as well? I quite like both mine are winter babies, November, December. Like I love that, and I do love the fact that I've got a baby in spring. But on the actual day of birth, like I don't know, it's been quite hot. Like I quite liked being with a newborn, cozy at winter. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I haven't
you're-
had a winter baby, so it's going to
No,
be.
it is nice. It is.
Oh,
Nice.
haven't you? When are yours?
So Nellie's July and Arthur's March.
Oh yeah, see Dixie's June and Indy's August and then Clemmie's November. I did like having a winter baby as well.
it's
nice.
Feels like there's less pressure.
Pressure to get
in the
out.
winter.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
think that. I think to myself, it's going to be quite nice just hibernating. Obviously, I'll hopefully be in my new house by then. Just being indoors rather than having to
Yeah.
get out, walk and...
Definitely. No, you can hide under big jumpers.
That's what I was going to say. Like
Yeah.
even the maternity wear, like the leggings, jumpers, like you can. It's all cozy.
That's all I'm going to live in, aren't I, for so long?
No, you won't. You'll be out at the glitzy events before you know it. You're quite like chilled though. You're quite similar to me, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only way to mentally survive.
Yeah. I think now Nellie's, because when I had Arthur, Nellie was really jealous, but I think hopefully now...
Yeah,
They're a
they
bit
shouldn't be jealous
older.
now. They're a bit older. They
Yeah,
shouldn't.
Nellie's
How old
really
will Arthur
excited.
be?
Arthur will be 5.
Oh, so that's again quite a chunky age
Yeah,
gap.
I've got quite a big gap now.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh God!
You won't see
Oh,
Louisa until the baby's 2. It's
I
funny because
know.
when I was pregnant, I went, I know I'm not going to see you now for ages
I
because
didn't,
I'm bored.
and I
Yeah,
didn't
and
see
she
you
genuinely
again.
didn't. Honestly, I went because when I said to her I was pregnant, I was like, I know for a fact I'm not even going to see you because I'm pregnant and I'm
bad.
boring to you and all that kind of stuff. But
No.
at least we're honest with each other. But we do speak like all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we're always chatting. But
I'm a
we
bad
just,
friend.
No, I
Do
don't
you know
care.
what happened? Is you were pregnant, and then I just went on tour and started renovating this house, which has just been a real slog. And you were tired.
I was so tired.
It's just
of
life,
pregnancy.
isn't it? Sometimes
Honestly,
life
it's
just gets in the
life.
way.
Yeah.
And before you know
Yeah.
it, it's been months.
I know it is crazy. It's like we're already more than halfway through this year. It's nuts.
It is.
It's what happens when you get old.
Well, thank you so much for coming on our podcast. This has been like a long
Yeah,
time in the
thank
making.
you.
I know you kept asking me as well, and I was like, yeah, I'm
know,
going
we
to do
kept
it.
asking. So thank you, and obviously it was lovely to see you and chat to you. And guys, don't forget you can watch us on YouTube, and you can get us anywhere wherever you listen to your podcasts. So yeah, thank you, Louisa. We hope to have you back on again soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Love you,